You open the book with a story of a Central Florida man, Jamel Dunn, who was drowning and drowned while five teenagers watched and laughed, saying things like, "You're going to die." And when Jamel disappeared below the surface of the water, one of them said, "He just died," and the others laughed. What does this incident teach you about human nature and the response to it, perhaps?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a really, really, really sad story, and it highlights what I believe is it's a real problem in our world today. It's an empathy crisis. Yeah, we're living through an empathy crisis,
Empathy
and
crisis, yeah.
yeah, and I mean, we've talked about this throughout our conversation. We dehumanize each other, and unfortunately, yes, technology is bringing us together, but in a way, it's just dehumanized. It's creating this like, yeah, dehumanizing of the other, and I think that's a huge problem. The good news is, I think the solution could be technology based. Like, I think if we rethink the way we design and deploy our technologies, we can solve parts of this problem. But I worry about it. I mean, even with my son, like a lot of his interactions are computer mediated. And I just question what that's doing to his empathy skills and, his ability to really connect with people. So
You think it's not possible to form empathy through the digital medium?
I think it is, but we have to be thoughtful about, because the way we engage face to face, which is what we're doing right now, right? There's the nonverbal signals, which are a majority of how we communicate. It's like 90% of how we communicate is your facial expressions. I'm saying something and you're nodding your head now, and that creates a feedback loop. And if you break that,
And now I have anxiety about it.
right? Poor Lex.
Oh boy,
I am
vicious
not
cycle.
scrutinizing your facial expressions
Yeah,
during this interview,
I
right?
am.
Okay.
Look normal, look human.
Yeah.
Nod head.
Yeah, nod head.
In agreement.
If Rana says
Yeah.
X,
Yeah.
then nod head. Else, yeah.
Don't do it too much because it might be at the wrong time and then it'll send the wrong signal.
Oh God.
And make eye contact sometimes because humans appreciate that. All right, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but something about especially when you say mean things in person, you
Right.
get to see the pain of the other person.
Exactly. But if you're tweeting it at a person and you have no idea how it's going to land, you're more likely to do that on social media than you are in face-to-face conversations. So,
I mean, what do you think is more important? EQ or IQ? EQ being emotional intelligence. In terms of in what makes us human.
I think emotional intelligence is what makes us human. It's how we connect with one another. It's how we build trust. It's how we make decisions, right? Like your emotions drive kind of what you had for breakfast, but also where you decide to live and what you want to do for the rest of your life. So I think emotions are underrated.
But so emotional intelligence isn't just about the effective expression of your own emotions. It's about a sensitivity and empathy to other people's emotions, and that sort of being able to effectively engage in the dance of emotions with other people.
Yeah, I like that explanation. I like that kind of, thinking about it as a dance, because it is really about that. It's about sensing what state the other person's in and using that information to decide on how you're going to react. And I think it can be very powerful. Like people who are the best, most persuasive leaders in the world tap into, if you have higher EQ, you're more likely to be able to motivate people to change their behaviors. So it can be very powerful.